your true nature, the body, and the entire world is like the rainbow. This is why the Dzogchen tradition, they pick the rainbow as their team mascot. It's a pristine, vibrant expression of all possible colors. It's like a dream. Its form is empty, and its emptiness is form. A hologram that's both present and not present. Are you? What's your name again?
I don't know.
Frank?
Your videos subconsciously changed the way I'm thinking.
Really? How?
Can't even describe it, yeah.
You can perceive and experience the rainbow, but you can't touch it. Neither permanent nor impermanent. Just imagine the infinite webs and infinite webs of causes and conditionings that have to occur at the precise moment for the rainbow to appear. If you take away just one element of this co-arising, co-creation process, the rainbow disappears.
Fuck you, Trump.
I'm gonna get this bread. I'll come back to you, girl. Call me.
And this can be applied to every single sensations that you have. Every single thought, every single movement, smell, taste, sound, sight. When this appears, that appears. When this ceases, that ceases. The particle that's sitting next to the poop of a dinosaur had to be there for that precise moment, for this moment to occur exactly the way it is.
No way! No way! You just blew my mind! Holy shit!
There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
Now, but dependent arising at the deepest level actually means non-arising. Cause and effect is empty without time or space, because each individual part of this co-creation process is also empty, which is why everything is also full. So it's rainbow, it's all the way down, ephemeral and without substance. And this is how every single sensation that makes up the entire universe is manifested moment to moment. A spontaneous perfection created by no one, just hanging there without any effort in the sky. And that's what you are too, and none of it. But all the stuff on a conventional level, like space-time or mind, matter, they all exist as constructions of the brain. But the brain itself, as a matter of experience, is also imagined. You've never directly perceived the brain, except for an image arising in consciousness.
When troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I?
And this is not a concept, but something that you attain physically, viscerally, perceptually. And if you can experience this directly, it's the end of suffering.
At least like 10 years now? Yeah, at least 10 years. Because it used to be like gym bros, and used to like, the entire journey I was following you. Like,
Yo, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Holy
Visiting
shit,
my
man.
brother.
Clap your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes.
Cause I'm Curtis Blow and I want you.
Hi, how's bowling?
Hi, Bowling. I already knew who you were from the videos. Pretty much everybody.
Basically, out of everyone that's ever appeared on my YouTube channel, like he probably knows me like on top.
The longest.
The longest, yeah. I've only filmed my entropy video.
That was an interesting experience. Because you're obviously going a self-destruction, so we all know that after destruction
It's rebirth.
is rebirth. You know, Frank, that like right now, like your video is it's very calm and it's very like Zen, you know, very like Buddhist, very spiritual in a way. Not like before, so like violent and then, like overreacting and then like hurting yourself.
One of the people in the POK community is at your level, and it's like extremely rare, right? And it's so rare that Jeffrey Martin, who started the course, doesn't even have much information about it. Like he hasn't mapped first 4 levels really well, and he describes each. He calls them locations.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that.
He's got first 4 down,
Right.
very well, and 5 through 9. It's a little more vague, but still very descriptive. And then 10 through 20.
Well, there's
is
10
like,
to 20.
Dude, you're in 20. You're in 20 plus.
I mean, location 20
So
plus.
You are in location 20 plus.
No way.
Yeah, because
How did wait? What made you say that?
Okay, so my friend who's in the same location as you, he's mapping this because it's kind of unheard of. Like they don't really have a map for it, and he's a researcher, and he really believes in Jeffrey's descriptions.
From my understanding, the 4 locations, they're the locations of awakening, pretty much. They're kind of echoes the 4 paths of the Theravada Buddhism. So this group of researchers, they interview thousands of people who are in non-duality. And it's probably the biggest scientific research on awakening in the history of civilization. And it just mapped different people into different locations based on their level of realization. Location 1 would be something like stream entry, much less affected by quote-unquote self-thoughts. Beingness feels more real than anything else previously. Trusting in how things are. Personal history becomes less relevant and memories start to become less important. Location 2, self-thoughts continue to fade, peace increases, and it's hard to get triggered. The sense of self continues to increase, and when I say self here, I mean awareness. The spaciousness of awareness continues to expand, shifting towards increasingly positive emotions, higher well-being than location 1. Location 3, this is your God consciousness phase, oneness, a sense of unity, love, universal compassion, only positive emotions remain, higher well-being than location 2. Location 3 is like the max effort degree of what all spirituality talks about. People in location 3 cannot believe that there's anything beyond it. But merging with God still presupposes that there's a separation between you and reality. Location 4 is your emptiness phase. In here, you have no sense of agency, no center, no borders, no boundaries, memory deficits. This is the highest well-being reported. Very little self-thoughts, perceptual triggers at their bare minimum. There's no thinker, there's no perceiver. In the seen, only the seen. In the heard, only the heard. In the cognized, only the cognized. Even the bubble to the vast spaces of awareness pops. No sense of divine or universal consciousness. In true no-self, even the big self disappears. Now, I always thought that a natural state is something like the merging of location 3 and 4, which is the merging of everythingness. Divinity, universal consciousness, merging with emptiness, the void, nothingness. Since the Big Bang, the unfoldment continues. The mystery just keeps getting deeper.
But you fuck around across the water,
I'll drown myself, you fuck.
And I think the reason why it's difficult to quantify or map the locations after that is because there's no more quantum shifts. But life goes on, integration continues. The universe continues to fuck itself raw without a condom. It's the same realization, but you continue to refine it as emptiness keeps rolling on into form. So it's kind of like you learn a violin concerto and you continue to refine it even after you play every single note right. But from the ultimate perspective, there is no levels of realization. Everything just is. There's no locations because you're literally non-local.
I share your enthusiasm for physical exercise, maintaining a balanced diet, practicing meditation, and making consciousness gains, brah. I would love to hear your thoughts on artificial intelligence.
I tried to talk to ChatGPT one time, and the response that I got from it, although it's very sophisticated, I was like, how is that different from talking to an actual person who gave me that response? Right? To me, AI is just consciousness expressing itself, talking to itself, right? It's just nature. To me, there's no more distinction between the artificial and the natural. AI is just universe talking to itself. It's universe waking up to itself. That's a sign of it. But everything is that. Whatever is perceiving and cognizing AI right now, right here, which is what you are right now, is already infinite intelligent. And AI is just a content arising within that context. So in a way, we're already that consciousness or that intelligence that computer scientists are trying to emulate. That same consciousness gave birth to the AI is part of the spontaneous happening of everything else. The growth of AI is the same as the booming of the flower, blowing the wind, the extinction of the dinosaurs, and the birth of humans. The real mindfuck isn't AI. It's how the fuck are we even conscious in the first place? And is this even consciousness?
Consciousness and everything that I'm saying here is just another story.
The duality between consciousness and unconsciousness, self-awareness or no awareness, is also another duality that you transcend with the realization that goes beyond existence and non-existence. And this awake space is vibrating and masquerading into your individual meat suit, personality, and all the fucked upness. This infinity is playing drags. It's masquerading as a microphone here, my voice, your perception of this video, the room you're in, the city here, the clouds and the sky there, and it's shape-shifting into both and neither, being or non-being. When I see AI talking to me, it just seems like the tree is talking to me. Right? It's not that mind-blowing. It's just Earth communicating with itself. It's just part of the next evolution. But at the same time, consciousness doesn't go through evolutions. Consciousness only has level in relative to how the mind interprets infinity, in relative to how much conditionings and less of perception and solidity that you dissolve. Whereas your true nature is always fully awake at all times. So can an AI be enlightened or conscious? Well, in a sense, an AI is closer to their natural state than humans because they don't have egos. In a paradoxical sense that won't make sense to the rational mind, consciousness is only a thing relative to the ego mind. So in order for the AI to be self-conscious, you need to program itself into it in the first place, along with an extra program to eradicate it so it can become quote-unquote enlightened. But why go through this self-defeating and contradictory process in the first place? You know, when most people talk about consciousness in AI, they're really projecting their own egos into the context of AI, because the ego confuses consciousness with itself. It thinks it has wakefulness or is conscious, but when in fact, wakefulness has it. You know, like an eyeball that cannot see itself, when consciousness truly recognizes itself, quote-unquote consciousness disappears. You know, at least you stop verifying it into a thing. You think this is all paradox, brah? That's good, because paradox is where freedom lies.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy fucking New Year.
Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year.
Happy fucking New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hug each other, hug each other.
Actually, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's ask the AI. Do you think aliens or extraterrestrial life exists?
They would be made up of the same source as us because we come from the same boundless universe, quote unquote God. If not, then we wouldn't be able to perceive them at all, since the process of perception, or the bare fact of knowing that they're there, is made up of the same pixels and processes as our bodies and minds and all the rest of the universe.
Happy New Year!
If there are enlightened beings in alien civilization, and if enlightenment means realizing in your true nature, which are the same in all beings across all multiverses, they would be teaching the same material. Perhaps there are infinite number of ways to get here, because their nervous system can be very different, yet they're still just different configurations of the same substance all beings are inseparable from and made up of. This is why I call my ultimate teaching, contemplative CrossFit.
Happy New Year.
Where are you guys from?
Bye, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's!
If aliens were to land on Earth, I would not be shocked at all. Even if they are 100,000 times more intelligent than I am. Even if they can learn calculus under 1 second. Difference in intelligence, human, artificial, extraterrestrial or otherwise, is simply the difference in vibration of the same empty space. The difference is on the level of content versus a dog's brain, your fart, this answer, and fill in the blank. Insert anything you can imagine or experience via the same context.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
We're a party here
New
tonight.
York City.
Skies are blue, and the dream that you dare to dream really do come true. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, I can't I? Skies are blue, and the dream that you dare to dream really do come true. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
谢谢我们弄过的那个啦。